Hi, this is Mark. Welcome to the video Value Migration and Realignment. This is actually going to be a relatively short video, but the point we want to drive home here is that valuation or value in any market is always changing across all time frames. And that's a lot to wrap your mind around. Certainly markets have, as we learned previously, markets can have different valuations, if you will, for different time frames because value is time dependent. So we want to make sure we're aware of that. And given the fact that there is a specific unique valuation across all time frames, and this is constantly moving, we want to also understand how that works as well. So in this particular example with Apple Computer, we're looking at just the basic trending and migration of value, if you will. So initially, this Apple Computer stock trades in the moderately undervalued and then the significantly undervalued valuation zone as communicated by value bars. Again, value bars are essentially communicating or overlaying the primary 5 valuation zones over traditional price bars, so you get the benefit of seeing the cost and the value component of price in one particular charting window, which can be very powerful. Value bars are one of my favorite trading tools. But getting back to our example, we see how value now bounced up in the early stages from significantly undervalued back into fair value, and again poked 2 or 3 times back down into moderately undervalued, and then the market rallies up into moderately overvalued and then briefly into significantly overvalued, and then goes back to fair value. This is all part of the price discovery process that centralized markets experience, and this is just a search for fair value. Now, we can see that this chart is experiencing an uptrending pattern, so certainly there are longer term forces at work here which are compelling this market to trade higher, but this market continues to oscillate between fair value, moderately undervalued, significantly undervalued, fair value, moderately overvalued, significantly overvalued, and so on and so forth. So just understand that whenever we talk about value, value is always changing, even from one second to the next. Usually it doesn't change quite that fast in slower market periods, but certainly in more active periods when announcements have just come out or reports have just come out, markets can really start to zip along. And it's important to understand, especially after a report or a new announcement that affects either macro fundamental conditions or specific conditions relating to the market that's being evaluated, that the buyers and sellers have to understand or renew their value opinion on the market. And that can cause a valuation shift. It can cause value migration and realignment in the pursuit of looking for fair value across all time frames. So when you're looking at a specific time frame like we are here in daily chart, this is just one time frame. All the other time frames and all the other investors with different time windows are also battling it out and searching for fair value through the price discovery process. So this is basically the point that we wanted to drive home in this video. Value is constantly changing across all time frames, and thereby it's really important as traders and investors for us to spend time to study value. Value charts is revealing essentially a hidden value order in the markets that's essentially always been there. The challenge for us as traders is to try to understand when value charts as a model for value is identifying potential strategic entry and exit points into the markets. And that's really where it comes down to the rubber meeting the road with respect to trading with value charts. So value migration and value realignment always occur across every time frame within any given market. And this is something that also can be used to identify what we would call multiple time frame analysis or confluence of valuation, where markets can reach extreme value states across a number of different time frames, like weekly, daily, 60-minute, and 5-minute, all at the same time. And sometimes those can be just amazing trading opportunities. And now that we have the ability to actually model value with value charts, we can start to take advantage of those opportunities. Thanks for watching.